Class 3, John Reed Decker, Tom Green County 4-H. Class 4, Chandler Kirksey, Troy, FFA. Our Class 5 second place finisher, Mackenzie Evans, Burnett, FFA. Class 6,
Jay.
Savannah Elizondo, Travis County 4-H. Class 7, Jace Wilkie, Cristobal, FFA. Class 8, Julie Jones, Live Oak County 4-H. And Class 9, Jordan LaFleur, Kerr County 4-H member. 9 more nice goats, 9 more great kids. Y'all put your hands together for these 18 youngsters out here. Brought us a good set of Wether Does to be sorted through today, and put your hands together for our judge too, Mr. Spencer Scotton. He's been working with these kids all day long, giving each of them a good eye and a good touch. Champion Wether Doe will receive a $10,000 scholarship.
Welcome everyone to the 71st Annual San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. My name is Sarah Franklin and I'm proud to be one of the over 6,000 volunteers here. The San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo is committed to its mission of being a volunteer organization that emphasizes agriculture and education to develop the youth of Texas. To date, we have committed over $210 million to the youth of Texas. I want to congratulate all of the exhibitors out here today. You all did a fantastic job. I want to thank all of you in the stands, the parents, ag teachers, and extension agents for all of your help and support along the way. And I also want to thank our breeding sheep and goat committee, Rodeo Moore and Dr. Edward Dick and their whole crew. They've been out here the past few days making this show happen. So thank you all very much. And with that, I'm excited to announce that tonight we're going to be giving out one $10,000 scholarship to your champion.
This has been awesome, and what an opportunity to be a part of this here tonight. It's been really, really good, and I was just so excited to get the opportunity to get to come down here and work with what I knew would be just an awesome set of goats and a great set of young people. And like I said, the first class of the night, my expectations were pretty high. And I don't know about you guys around ringside, but our set of goats out here, they meet it. These are really, really good, and each one of these class winners from class 1 all the way to the last class that we have tonight, there's been quality, there's been depth, and it's been just extremely good all the way through. The first time I got the opportunity to come to the San Antonio Stock Show was part of one of my collegiate judge teams in junior college, and we got to come down. First day we were here, we got to come on the grounds before the contest, and that's when the pig show was going on. And I don't think I need to tell you guys how good your pig show is and just how enamored I was by the amount of good hogs and good livestock that you guys had here. So I've been very, very impressed with every species that I've got to see here at San Antonio, and just what an opportunity to get to come down here and be able to evaluate your guys' weather dams tonight. And I'm excited to be with you tomorrow. So it's just cool to be here. It's awesome to be here the first time that I came. And so to be judging something down here, it's pretty special to me. And so through these programs, I grew up doing this, just like you guys are out here, and pretty much these programs opened every door that I got to walk through, and took the opportunity, and it led me into what I'm doing today. I've got one of the funnest jobs that there is. I get to travel around with some of the most incredible young people all across the country. I get to ride around in a judging van and coach them and get to take them to stock shows. So it is really, really fun, and it gives me the opportunity to get to do this and not only work with young people day to day there at the school, but also get the opportunity to do this and work with good livestock and good young people. It doesn't get much better for me. It's been awesome all day today. So if you guys would, put your hands together for all these young people, not just the ones out here, but everyone that's over. We were in a lot of goats through here in a really, really good amount of time. You guys have just been awesome behind the scenes, and it makes my job easy. Again, I know we've thanked them once, but everybody, the show staff, everybody here in the ring, if you would, thank them one more time. They put in a lot of time tonight, and I promise it wasn't their first day, and it won't be their last year. So if you would help me thank them and put your hands together. Well, out here in our goat cry, again, really, really good up here on our top end, and a lot of good things here in these class winners. And the nice thing about these goat shows compared to our market shows that you guys have down here, I guess, is if you think I missed one, or think I maybe didn't get one high enough, go prove me wrong. Raise one out of them. And so that's the fun thing about this, and you guys have the opportunity to get to take these home and get to put them back in your breeding programs and get to make more of them down the road. So like I said, maybe if you weren't happy where you ended up and you didn't end up out here, hey, go make some more. I know it can happen, and sometimes it's some of those ones with those out there pieces that maybe weren't quite as complete that moved you forward. But again, we'll start up here with our class 1. I'll just kind of give you a brief description of kind of what I'm seeing as we get them back out here. Started off right there in class 1. That thing kind of set the tone for what we're going to do the rest of the night. I love that one's body shape. I love that one's muscularity and tone and freshness. Anytime you can have that kind of width underneath and body shape in one, you're going to get along pretty well no matter what you're showing, whether it be does or making market wethers. That one's got some good pieces. Now, as we compare this one to the rest of the lineup, does that one have as much fluid, have as much bone, have as much feature as some of these down here? No, probably not, but that one's a really, really good representative out of class 1. One that comes out of class 2, I'll be honest, that's one of the more competitive ones out here in my opinion. That thing's square built, that thing's balanced, that thing's really, really bold-bodied and very, very complete, very proportional from the side. I thought there was 2 pump goats in there, and this one combined it with just a little more look and presence. Now again, you compare this one to some of these other ones that we have out here, is there that extra wow factor? Is there some of those elite pieces that we see in some of these other ones? Does this one take it quite as far? I don't know, probably not, but that one is still super good balance, very, very complete. Again, I really like that one coming out of class 2. One that's coming out of class 3, you step off to the side of this lineup, and that's where you like that one. That one is awesome up front, neat chested, great in her build and great in her pattern. That one's not as opened up, and that one's not as bold as some of these out here, but that one is just killer looking. Like we talked about in class, she probably doesn't hit you as opened up and as bold from the outside, but honestly, that one handles extremely well, and actually better, quite a bit better than I thought going into it before I handled that one again. That one's got a lot of quality, definitely fits the build and the pattern of what I like to see out here. Another one that's going to be real competitive out here, in my opinion, is that one that comes out of the next class. That one came in and it just took about 2 steps, and that one was our winner. That one is awesome in terms of her body shape and her rib cage and her chest floor and neck attachment. Get up on top of them. That thing is so good coming out of the back of her shoulder. I love her pin width and just the shape through her leg. We'll maybe change that one just a little bit. That one, I think she's really good structured, but she probably gets just a nickel extra set to her hind leg. If we're being very critical of one, that's where I'll be critical of that one, I'll be honest. But that one is so good in her look, her body shape. That one's tone and freshness is good, and that one's still good in her feature. The one that comes out of that next class, step off the front of that one, buddy. Class 5, step off the front of that one. Whenever you get in front of this one, that's where I love this one. That one is good as anything, probably the best in terms of this one's front and chest view. Big-headed and big-skulled and big-bladed, huge-chested and big form. That one's good in her knee and sets down awesome on her front feet. Transitions just like you want her to, from a big blade into a big forehead. Matches it with the right kind of mass up high. So good out of the back of her blade. That thing's awesome to her loin edge. Big hip and big pin in that one. We get that one in motion, and that's where we need to change her just a little bit. She's not as good out of her hip as she needs to be. She needs to be cranked up in her tail. She needs to be just a little bit better in the build of her hip and hind leg and the way it travels. And she does pull her hocking just a little bit from behind. We can square up there. But the front 2/3 of that goat right there are about as good as anything, or probably better than anything that we've had out here. That is how I like them made, from the front 3/4. One that comes out of that next class, that one wasn't the biggest, that one wasn't the whoopiest senior, but that one was the best balanced and highest quality, and I do like that one that represents that class. Again, maybe not some of the eliteness that we see in some of these other ones, but a good looking, high quality, good built one that comes out of that class. As we work on down, that's an opened up, good bodied one. That's real practical in her build. It's just a little bit frailer in her feature, just some out here. But again, that one's going to make a really nice vehicle for you on down the road, and I promise you, that one could have some nice ones. So we work on down. There's another opened up, good bodied one that needs to be just a little bit better at the ground. Her feet aren't quite as good. And then that one that wins the last class, that was actually a really nice pair of them that were a little bit different out of that last class. That one, again, just a little bit stouter, a little more rugged in her foot, her bone work and feature, and that one definitely represents the kind of power, shape, weight, mass, and density that I like to see. Well, out here, as you can tell, I like a lot of these. These are very good up on the top end, like I've said multiple times, and it's been fun. It's been a pleasure to get the opportunity to sort this. I'll go ahead and set this down. I'll go ahead and pick you the one I like, and you guys are getting a pretty nice chunk of change as far as scholarship dollars. So awesome opportunity for you guys to get to do that. So not a decision that I take lightly when a little bit of cash is on the line. So I'll go ahead and set this down. If you would, one more time, let's congratulate our class winners and a great set of seconds over there. We'll get you a champion result. So
Let's thank our judge, Spencer Scotton, for a good job with our kids here today while he goes out and picks our champion Wether Doe of the 2020 San Antonio Livestock Exposition. Coming to us out of Class 4 from Johnson County 4-H, our $10,000 scholarship winner, Rachel White. Bring that second place finisher back over from Class 4, Chandler Kirksey, Troy FFA member, to compete for the reserve champion. Our reserve champion, Wether Doe, comes to us from Class 5, Turner Matkin, Kendall County 4-H exhibitor. Give them all one more round of applause. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for getting to the holding pen on time. Your efficiency helped make it a nice, smooth show. We're going to get started at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning with the junior and open breeding shows. So we're going to try to be prompt and on time, and we know you will.